Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Lee Garden 3, and I'm presenting to you one of the most amazing, fantastic, scrumdiddlyumptious, and many other amazing, beautiful words of a Company of Heroes match that I had today. I just had to get this up. This was one of these matches that I loved. I was playing as the Americans against a guy called Dawn of the Mad, who's playing as the not the Luftwaffe, he's playing as the Panzer Elite. So, like I did last time, I'm going for the Marine spam, but what you're going to see here, my friends, is this guy, unlike the other guy I faced, is a totally different kettle of fish. He is quite good, he is quite impressive, and we are going to have to use all of my noobish might to crush him with my slightly feeble, yet still relatively painful feet. So, I'm going to send these two engineers off to do their usual shenanigans like they did last time. And I'm going to start with another Marine squad. What this Panzer Elite guy, Dawn of the Mad, is doing is, well, his strategy, which is amazing really considering it's completely opposite what a Panzer Elite player would normally do, is spam Panzer Grenadiers. The whole point of Panzer Elite is that you get the best tanks and versatile mechanized units in the entire game, and this guy just was like, you know what, fuck that shit, I don't need them. But this throws me off as an American player, because I expected a very mechanized response, and it's only late in the game that he employs this tactic. So, first Marine squad is up and on the go, and these engineers are doing their best to be sneaky behind these bushes. Very sneaky, my friends. So he's got his Kenton, the tiny vehicle of annoyance, and he's got his two current Panzer Grenadiers capturing the left flank. So I'm securing my bottom left here, and I'm producing a second rifle squad. I've secured here, so I'm going to capture the victory point. Remember my point from last time, guys. Make sure you secure the area around before you actually capture the victory point. It's crucial. Well, what I think is crucial, but I'm sure millions of people will be like, you noob, you'll capture it straight away, but I'm not going to argue. So I'm going to take these engineers up to the left flank, whilst I try and keep these units to capture the right. So far, there's been no combat. It's just been a light, just easygoing moment, but you know, the tension while you're waiting for the enemy to come is amazing. Oh yeah, I picked Armoured Division for the same reason as I did last time, so I could get the really good early scout cars with all the benefits. So his Panzer Elite pushed me back on the left. Shit goes crazy from here on in, trust me, so it's going to be hard to keep up with the actual strategy of what I'm doing. You're just going to have to agree with it. So I got pushed on the left flank, i.e. I lost my engineer squad. His Panzer Elite also try and take the left from my riflemen. So what I do is I retreat these riflemen and regroup them to my other rifleman squad that's been engaged with these Panzer Grenadiers. So we're going to smush these ones to hell. And this guy pushes them back to his other Panzer Elite infantry. So I regroup and I charge straight back at him. So he's retreated that one group, probably because they were quite heavily injured, but he has a second group here to support the infantry in the house. So what I do to try and win this, like, war of attrition, and it's horrible, this is one of these where it could go either way. I take this group of Marines into that house on the left, and I bring these Marines up to behind that little wooden thing, because apparently that gives them all the cover in the world. And once they go in the house like I fucking tell them to, well, I'll do it in a minute, yep. So this becomes a war of attrition, just a war of whoever's going to strategically win, but luckily I outnumber him more than anything. These riflemen on the right flank for me have taken a lot of damage, just absorbing the fire from these in the middle grenadiers, while my left ones in the house do all the damage. But luckily for me, one squad retreats of riflemen, and then my third fresh squad comes up immediately to replace it. So all that work the grenadiers did is completely pointless. He brings up another squad onto the left, but in my infantry securing the house are just like, fuck you, and just firing in. So he is really outnumbered now. He's only got one squad left defending this centre area. I think he realises that he's imminently fucked, but he holds out. He holds out. Will he hold? Will he hold? And he's out of there. Realising that this guy is going for a really heavy infantry spam, and he is going for a very heavy infantry spam, I make a heavy machine gun, and this guy saves my ass on a couple of occasions from near death, as you'll see very soon, my friends. In the meantime, my engineer squads are trying to just deactivate, defuse some points, while his Kitek and Trag on the left, or whatever you pronounce it, is doing the same. But I'm like, fuck you, I have a rifle squad. So, the centre is now entirely mine. I upgrade... Wait, hold on, when do I upgrade? Ah, I'm speaking too fast for myself. So, I take the left flank back, and in the centre I take the second capture point, so that means I'm really going to push his victory points down, down, down and out. So the second engagement begins now. His Panzer Grenadiers hide behind that stone wall, and my infantry just try and hold out there. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't know, is it working, is it not working? I realise I'm outnumbered and it's just pointless trying to engage, so I'm going to do a massive counter-attack here, and what I do is I upgrade my engineers with flamethrowers, and I issue them to guard my heavy machine gunner. Meanwhile, on the left, I send those Marines back into the fight. So I completely forgot that these guys capturing this point were there, by the way. So this Grenadier squad has now got to fight 2 battles. He retreats those ones that were capturing, probably because they were quite low on health. In fact, he retreats both of them pretty quickly. And I put this heavy infantry, heavy machine gun squad into the building as I planned. Never leave them in the open, really, because they're a bit fucked. Unfortunately for me, he's got his units with additional strength mode on. I don't know what it is exactly, because I haven't played as a Panzer Elite really ever, apart from a few times. So he has like this extra power vigor mode on, and I lose that, like all the ground that I took back. But luckily for me, my my heavy machine gun does shit all. Actually, it's kind of a lie, but it scares him from the right flank, which is good. It means I funnel his infantry. But I have nothing to really contend with this many infantry just yet. I have to try and just slow him down long enough for my... So I send this Marine squad as a sacrifice to these Panzer Grenadiers. I've just got to try and slow him down. This is what these guys tried to do. I also send another squad of riflemen behind to just try and flank and just do some gradual damage, but he outnumbers me. But here's what I do. I bring... And this is the only time I'd ever say, take your heavy machine gun out of a building. I set him up here, and I rain death upon these stupid little Nazis.
We hold the initiative.
So yeah, I lost all those Marines, but it was a worthwhile cause.
They will now take and hold.
So now my machine gun is just chewing up these infantry that have just been completely cornered. Yeah, he's just scaring them off. Eventually he retreats all of his squads, and luckily there my couple of infantry that survived on the left managed to hold the day. Back at my base, I've built up my motor pool, and I'm going to make an armoured car so I can try and dominate this scene as fast as I can. Meanwhile, our Panzer elite friend has made his infantry half-track, so this means my infantry in a lot of trouble. He comes on the left flank again, with 2 fully healed and fully ready to go Panzer Grenadier squads, and my heavy machine gun slows them down for me, takes a couple with them as well. Unfortunately it doesn't end well for my machine gunner, but he at least buys me some time while I recontrol the left flank and the centre. I bring another engineer squad up with flamethrowers, and my recovered flamethrower squad and rifleman squad. I'm bringing them all up to the front. We know that we've got to I know that I've got to hold my line as best I can now that I control the majority of the map. Meanwhile, he's just upping his Panzer Grenadier squad, like he's really upgrading them fast. He's got a lot of infantry. Meanwhile, his half-track and this other Panzer Grenadier squad are just slowly killing my machine gunner. I could have got him out of there, but I was just like, you'll be fine. Oh, okay, you're dead, but still. So, my half-track's out now. I mean, my armoured car, sorry. And I'm upgrading it. Luckily, that's good timing for me. And now the kind of weird event unfolds. I sent all of my units crushing into his really minor right flank. On the left flank, however, he brings out all of his little Nazi crew and the most evil bike in history to completely just squash this one Marine squad that I have defending it. On the right flank, however, I scare away his half-track with my armoured car. So the left flank was won in an instant. But unfortunately for me, the left flank is gone, just like that.